So we're going to start off with some AI presentations. And first we have Getting Started with AI, and Shannon Barbero, our instructional designer in EdTech, and Charlotte Norton, accessibility and assistive technology coordinator in student disability services, will be leading us in this presentation. Thank you.
Hi, welcome to our presentation on Getting Started with AI. We understand that engaging with AI can feel overwhelming, especially with where to begin and stuff like that. So the goal of our presentation is to provide you with practical starting points, whether you're new to AI or you've either already started incorporating it into your work. And we hope this presentation is going to offer you some insights and more ideas of what to do with AI. So here are some examples of generative AI. So generative AI, or Gen AI for short, is a type of AI that creates new content and ideas, like images and videos, and also reuses what it knows to solve other problems. So most likely you've been working or playing with AI, but you probably already knew had AI or didn't know that had AI.
So like most of us know, AI is changing so many aspects of the way we work and think. And with that brings both exciting possibilities, but also significant challenges, right? We're aware of the ethical hurdles, the policy concerns, the privacy issues, and of course, the potential for academic dishonesty that all of AI introduces. And that these are really complex problems that are going to require, ongoing attention and discussions. However, we know the potential benefits of AI as well in education are significant too. And we think that, AI literacy going forward is going to be essential life skill for both faculty and staff. So AI literacy. So things when you are getting ready to approach AI, or if you're already approaching it, just to think about is understanding your role in human AI collaborations. So recognize how your skills can complement Gen AI tools and enhance those overall outcomes. A big thing is knowing which AI tool to use, right? Getting familiar and knowing the when and why to use these tools. And learning how to select the appropriate tool for the specific task and what you want to accomplish. And of course, navigating those ethical implications. So being aware and reading the privacy policies to learn how your personal information, your behavior, your analytics are recorded or retained, or if they're shared with third parties. And then recognizing the limitations of generative AI and working around them. Right? AI is looked at as being a tool and not the end outcome. So being aware of where it can go awry. And then also prompt engineering, right? With AI and getting the results that you need, prompting and taking a lot of time and practice with prompting with AI to get those desired outcomes. And so with that being said, I think we've both been asked this numerous times is, where do I start? What tool do I use? And so Charlotte and I have been attending a teaching and learning webinar series with about AI. And they shared this image, which I just thought was a really great image of the AI ecosystem and kind of giving you an overview of where you can start. And so at the top, we have those large language models that you've probably heard a lot about. Some are free, some are not, but Gemini, Claude, and ChatGPT, I kind of think of as the big three that we hear about the most. And then you look at the software specific functions below, the next category, where you have more writing partners like Grammarly or ones for researching and coding. And you can see that those all pull from ChatGPT. And so really thinking about what AI tool you should use really depends on what you want to accomplish, right? Are you looking for speed? Are you looking for reliability? Are you looking for access to the internet? So I hope after this presentation kind of get inspired to look at a few of these AI tools, and we're going to share some prompts with you and just see oh, you know what, I really like Claude when I need letters of rec. I like the writing style it provides for me, and find the different areas and strengths. And so once you have your tool, prompting is key. And so this is it. I was trying to generate an image and I wanted, dipping toes in the water, and it gave me that with socks on. So not really what I was looking for. So I needed to prompt it a little bit more and say add bare feet to my prompt, which I didn't really think I needed to begin with, but just knowing that with prompting, you have to experiment and practice a lot. If your first prompt does not succeed, then you're just going to have to try again and again and again. And so some things that I look at is explicit verbs, using what kind of format, what kind of voice, and the context. And so here are some prompts that we wanted to share that hopefully you can take and you can copy and paste and put into a chat bot or whatever you like to use, and probably have to practice with prompting. But for some administrative tasks like drafting an annual performance or analyzing student feedback is another way that you can use AI. We get tons of emails every single day, so a low stakes entry point would be having AI support you with your emails. And then maybe even you're drafting a university policy or you're drafting some document and you don't have someone to turn to feedback, you can actually use AI to get a first round feedback. And then for curriculum development, so looking at AI as a co-teacher that can help you create that personalized learning environment. So you can use prompts to try to figure out some diverse learning assessments for approaches that you could take in your class, right? Or engagement, so using a prompt that's, I'm teaching this subject, what are some ways that I can use to engage my students in this lesson? Another big one is this simulation, right? With the political climate and the presidential election around the corner, you can use AI with your students and practice debating different things. Or I've even seen it for practicing language, and students can send their instructors their conversations in a different language to see how they're doing. And then also the last prompt, kind of creating content for your class that is really time consuming for you, but can be really fast using AI like data sets, etc.
Thank you, Shannon. Okay, so we wanted to quickly demo what a prompting, all those ideas that she talked about prompting into ChatGPT. So I picked the topic on assistive and accessibility technology since that's what I know a lot about. So I'll be able to pick up any wrong or hallucinations that ChatGPT will give me. So I started off with what's a slide deck on accessibility, just to give me an outline of what, just to give me an outline in the flow order too. I don't know about you, but sometimes I struggle with where to start, where to end, how's it gonna look and feel. So this probably saved me about like 15, maybe 20 minutes putting that all together. Once again, this is just an outline to give me more information. I didn't really like what it gave me on section 508, so I prompted to give me a bit more information just so I can tidy up that slide or break it apart more. Once again, it provided me an outline, maybe a bit more flow to hit some key points. Once again, probably saving maybe 10, 15 minutes. And then I asked, I'm a little ahead, and then I asked to give me some stock images on accessibility. As I'm building the slide deck, I want to do some visuals. So if I'm putting it right now, and then this one was kind of like a hit and miss. Same thing with the whole sock and foot. It didn't give me any pictures, but it did give me some key points, so I don't go down an endless rabbit hole. And it gave me some areas of where I could get these stock photos. To go along with this slide deck, I was like, okay, let's play around with some handouts. Like maybe I want to do some handouts with this. And so I asked it, okay, give me some key points on to talk about handouts. Once again, this is just to give me an outline, a flow order, and to save me about 5-10 minutes so I'm not doing all of that myself. This is just helping me outline this presentation if I wanted to do this. And then just, it gave me some stuff. And then just for kicks and for demo purposes, I said, well, give me a handout that I can just print out and hand out to people. And it did a pretty decent job. I was pretty happy with it. Obviously, once again, this is just giving me an outline. I'm obviously going to be editing, changing some things because I'm an expert. It's just using what it knows. And then to tie it all together, I asked it to give me some resources. So I don't necessarily have to grab all my resources, and also just to see what it was doing. Like I said, just demoing it just for fun. So the overall takeaway is that I made some tweaks here and there. This process probably saved me though an hour's worth of work because it's doing the outlining and it's helping me figure out the flow of things and also keeping me on topic. I don't know about you, but sometimes I do ramble when I'm very passionate about something. So this is just using this tool was just helping me make my presentation more efficient, more effective, and just keeping to those points. And then, nope. Okay. And then last but not least, here is a QR code to our slide deck, and that will give you some links to some resources we found very helpful. So we appreciate your time and sitting here listening to us, and thank you for attending.